I change my mind when I feel like it. If you see anyone around me, know that they are providing a service. Friends are for kids. I used to be broke. Now I can't relate to brokenness and don't want to. So cute, my little Hasanito. Also, speaking of athleisure and streetwear, the guy that played a pretty big role on top of Virgil Abloh in mass producing athleisure and streetwear is very clearly crashing out once again on the timeline. Everybody knew he was a Nazi already, but he's going full Nazi mode once again in an effort to desperately get people to pay attention to him. But it seems like in that process, it seems he's gotten one of his collabs pulled. Numerous famous celebrities have finally unfollowed him. And Kai Cenat, who was supposed to do a collab with him, said this.
I'm going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room. I seen the tweets, my nigga. I seen the tweets, bro. I seen the tweets. I don't know what's going on, bro. I think it's GG's.
He doesn't. What do you mean you don't know what's going on? He did this before, Hey, the second time he's doing it.
I think it is GG's. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think, bro, it's crazy, bro. I don't know, bro. It's crazy. It's just back to back to back. I don't know. I think it's GG's. It's GG's, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, of course it's GG's. And the thing is, I have a different approach to it. I do think that like his mental illness certainly played a major role in making him vulnerable and more susceptible to Nazi influence. Candace Owens played a big role in, I think, Kanye West's like neo-Nazi radicalization. Having said that, however, this is the second time. This is the second go at it. And I think at this point, it's fairly obvious that it's not because of just like the mania that comes in and out of Kanye West's life, but also I think he's doing it for attention. Like it's just like a child that needs attention and cries and poops in his diapers. That's what he's doing. Like he's just very clearly trying to sell some product. And if you can't do it because of your creative skills, what do? You go for the lowest common denominator. That's it. That's it. The lowest common denominator is saying shit that people will pay attention to negatively. Okay? 14-year-old kids do this exact same thing all the time. Like literally this exact same thing, which is, screaming the racially charged, racist ass bullshit. That's it. He's like an angry baby. Okay? There's a FD signifier about Kanye, which is illuminating about his past and how he was maybe always like this. Yeah. He hit every part of the political spectrum. I will say nothing bad or against China. They always showed me love. When Americans turned their backs on me, I'm a Nazi. Who's your top 5 baddest bitches of all time? My wife, my wife, my wife, my wife. My wife demoralizes bitches. I change my mind when I feel like it. If you see anyone around me, know that they are providing a service. Friends are for kids. Hiya place. Friends are for kids. I used to be broke. Now I can't relate to brokenness and don't want to. All white people are racist. I'm happily out of touch. Gerard Carmichael is funnier than Dave Chappelle. I miss you, family, and I'm sorry if I ever said any gay jokes in front of you, not knowing you was gay. You are one of the most brilliant people. And yes, I said I miss you, knowing people will try to flip that. He's finally crossed the line. Wait, is Gerard Carmichael gay? He's selling this now. What is this? Okay, dude. I've wanted to make this t-shirt for years. My greatest performance art piece thus far. Like, this has 89,000 likes. Twitter is so cooked. Yeah, Heil Hitler 01. Dude, let me explain something to you, okay? Let me explain something to you. Like, this is 1,000,000% someone who is unimaginably desperate for attention, okay? He said, "Hail Elon." Kanye is not being a contrarian. If he was, he would be a communist. The ultimate contrarian under a capitalist system. Being a Nazi and spewing Nazi views just reinforces what capitalist fascist collaborators want to do. Dude, no, I don't think you understand. He is just simply, okay? He is just simply doing what he thinks is the edgiest thing you can do. Okay? That's it. Man, this is his perspective on what he believes is edgy. That's it. It's a desperate ploy for attention from an old man who is nearing 50 years old, who, unfortunately, for many of his fans and himself, has not contributed to the culture in meaningful and relevant ways in quite a while at this point. And I think that bricked his brain. He already was like very obviously not all there, and surrounded by sycophants who lean into his worst motivations, who allow him to go crazy like this. He's just basically popping off, desperately trying to garner as much attention as he possibly can. And we're kind of giving it to him, but not in the way that he wants it to happen. You know, that's it. Can you explain how Candace Owens played a role in this? In Kanye West's most vulnerable moments, Candace Owens was literally constantly stuck to his ass cheeks, okay? A lot of people don't remember this. This was all the way back in like 2018, if I'm not mistaken. It was the first time he had to crash out. Van Lathan, I forget how to say his name, I'm sorry, famously had that TMZ argument with him where he was saying like slavery is a mindset, where he was basically unwinding, where he first started doing the MAGA shit. That was when he was linked up with Candace Owens. And Candace Owens was nonstop pumping his brain with, like, at first, some Hotep stuff, and then later directly neo-Nazi shit. Okay? I've talked about this at the time. I remember talking about this at the time because I can't reveal my sources, but I also had some people that, especially when he went to Africa, when he did his Africa tour, I know some people that were there with him, and they explained to me how shocking it was and how much more shit that he's openly saying now he was saying 7 years ago. Okay? He was saying all this stuff behind closed doors, and then he's now voluntarily revealing this stuff now. Okay? That's it. Nope. Get back. That's crazy. So the reality of the matter is, this is kind of the trajectory. This is kind of the trajectory that Kanye West has been on for almost the past decade. Okay? When does the fun start? I'm getting depressed. I mean, this is like drama related, drama adjacent stuff. Down. So he's never been this openly pro-Nazi, but what are you doing? Hey, down. That's crazy. She being crazy today. Why can't she get out of bed? Because she wants to lay on the ground and it's bad for her joints. She's a big girl. Anyway, I used to be woke too. I like that being woke now is just saying being anti-Nazi. Like that's what wokeness has gotten to. Cancel culture is now when you want to say that like a federal government employee shouldn't be on the timeline talking about, deporting every Indian. That's cancel culture. Okay. If you say, hey, this like 19, 20-year-old was tweeting about how we should deport every Indian and we should normalize Indian hate. Okay. 2 weeks before assuming the role of controlling the treasury, right? Like maybe that's not the best possible person to hire for the job. That's cancel culture. And now woke is when you're like, say no to Nazis. You know what the worst part is? The album gonna suck? Yeah, 100%. If he could rest on his laurels, he wouldn't be doing this shit anyway. That's it. You do this kind of stuff when what do hacky ass comedians do? When they don't have good material, when they feel like they're out of touch, what do? They hit the exact same button. They try to be as edgy as possible because that drives reactions. Okay? If you're desperate for attention, you can always hit that cancel culture vein. You can always say like edgy shit. Okay? You have access to every Nazi on their talents and worth on the company, not on what they're doing. To be honest, this shit's incredibly sad. Bro has kids. Yeah, that's the other side of the story, which is like he's 50 years old. He has children at this point who can see him doing this kind of stuff. And it's just like it's so lame. It's so corny. It's so sad. I don't know. I mean, he is just actively manic posting on the timeline up and down. He's about to be 50 soon, and he's still doing this stuff. Yeah, there's not really much else I can say about it. Yesterday, the White Lives Matter tee sold the most. They'll buy all this Louis Vuitton owned by a French dude, but y'all mad. Okay.
現在太陽風呀風風風你，心中太陽是毛色都飞，看看到我們的職業版美，這裡本身當家。